This is Matt once again from Real Talk and Business.
They say common sense is not that common in this world. What makes sense to me might not make sense to somebody else. But common sense, the sense is common amongst most of everybody else. Common sense. You don't have to ask too many people about what to do when you cross the street. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people are not using this common sense that's out here. They're not applying it in their life. Instead of looking both ways, people just go ahead and cross. People just want to do what they want to do in life. You can't tell people what to do now. People are going to do what they want to do, whether it makes sense or not. People are going to argue you down to the grave, whether it affects their health or not. They're going to do what they want to do. You want to alleviate a lot of stress in your life so you won't cause a lot of health issues. If you eat something and you know it's bad for your body, or if you drink something and you know it's bad for your body, that means don't drink it over the long term. Or stay away from it. This is documented research on a lot of different things. You don't need me or anybody else to tell you that. A lot of the issues and problems that we deal with other human beings, these people know better. From young adults to grown-ups, they know better. You don't have to tell people what's the right thing to do. I get a lot of people that come on my channel and they say why they feel so alone in this world. Well, one reason is because people don't use their brains. They don't use this. They don't use common sense. Like I said, people are going to cross that street. They're not going to look both ways. They don't care what's coming down that way or this way. They're just going to cross. That's what they want to do. Forget what makes sense. People are going to do what they want to do. If you are labeling yourself and you don't know what you're calling yourself, you don't know the origin of what you're calling yourself and where it came from. So I'm just going to call myself this label or give myself this label because everybody else is doing it. That's not using common sense. Does it make sense to hate somebody that you don't know, that you never met before in your life? Of course not. Of course not. That's not common sense. That's not using your brain. Why would I hate somebody if I don't know that person? That's not using my brain. That's what we have in society. People that just don't use or choose not to use their brains. They're waiting until something terrible happens to them for them to change. People are not going to avoid catastrophe. They rather wait until catastrophe happens before they change. If you don't know the answer, you have to take it upon yourself to find the answer. The search engines are there for a reason. We have them there to utilize. And that's what makes things even worse, because people are not even using that. This technology that's before us. We're not even using that. We choose to just forget that, forget taking initiative on our own and searching answers on our own. Let me just do what I want to do, and let me just figure it out the hard way, and then I might change. These are the type of people we're dealing with in society. This is why I don't deal with too many people out here. You see, because I'd rather not deal with somebody than or use my time, invest my time with somebody who chooses not to use their brain or chooses not to use common sense. And of course, we're not perfect. We're going to make human error. We're going to make mistakes. But what I'm talking about in this video is people who choose to do wrong, who choose not to use their brains because they just want to do what they want to do. Or they want to do what everybody else is doing. They just want to follow the crowd instead of being an independent thinker and thinking on their own. People rather be force-fed instead of getting up out of this lazy attitude and finding the answer. If you're using your brain and you're doing the best you can and you're using common sense for the most part, if common sense is not common, you're going to feel alone because you're not going to run across too many people that's on your same page, that's thinking like you, that's using their brains.
This is Matt from Real Talk in Business, and I see you in the next one.